So, hi friend, today we are attending the class of the number 5. It is dependent on the probability distribution function, the density function, and that CDF. We are discussing about the probability and random variables. So, on today's class, that PDF of uniformly distributed. So, here in this particular diagram, you can see that we are getting one particular PDF which is having this shape, one square shape. So if you are integrating this out of minus infinity to plus infinity, the result must be equals to 1. So how to get that? It means if you are integrating it minus infinity to plus infinity, so what is the value of fx? Here fx equals to, here if it is ab, so obviously that is a minus b, so here it is a tan concept. Here this is, and this bottom line is a minus b, so obviously this line is 1 by a minus b in this range. So if you are integrating it, so obviously the result is x by a minus b, so the result is undefined, but it is basically plotting the graph in this way. So here that particular function is by definition as f of x here is equals to 1 by a minus b, falling in that range of x less than equals to b greater than equals to a. So it is ranging between a to b. Otherwise it don't have any interpretation. So f of x, that is small fx of x, by definition equals to 1 by a minus b if it is falling in the range of a to b, otherwise it is 0. So it is a case of single PDF. Okay, now if you are considering the case of joint PDF, it can be expressed as f of x. In the previous single CDF when you are discussing, we just wrote it as f of x of x. So it is a case of representing single valued CDF or single variable CDF. When one CDF is considered, or that cumulative distribution function is considered with the combination of two, x and y, then it can be written as f of xy, that is equals to p of capital X less than equals to small x, capital Y less than equals to small y. In this way f of x can be represented as a joint CDF, joint cumulative distribution function. So here we can write as f of x, instead of f of x we should write f of x of xy. Okay, so here the joint PDF is here, but one thing is very important to see, that instead of writing f of x, we better write it as f of xy of x comma y. In this way if you are writing, so it represent that joint PDF. But if you are writing f of x comma y, in this way, if it is, obviously it is a single valued PDF where y is null, but if you are representing that is in the form of f of x, so it must be equals to like this. So here that x is falling that range of minus infinity to x, and y is falling in that range of minus infinity to y. So obviously this particular joint CDF can be expressed in this way. So in the next part we can see that f of xy equals to 0 for minus infinity to plus infinity, so that 0 is lying, sorry, f of xy is lying between that 0 and 1. So f of xy, here you can see that I just want to mean, here you can see that if f of xy is 0, so it is obviously falling in that range of minus infinity to minus infinity. F of xy equals to 1 for plus infinity to plus infinity. So obviously that f of xy is touching the boundary limit of 0 and 1 at that minus infinity to plus infinity level. So obviously this is the true set and this is called the null set. Okay, so f of xy, it is ranging between 0 to 1, and f of xy, that is f of x2 y2, and f of xy, that is f of xy of x1 y1, they are continuously if found greater. So obviously these are continuously increasing in nature, so it is monotonously increasing in nature. So obviously this is a form of joint CDF. Okay, so in that next part we are coming to that point of joint PDF. So what is a joint PDF? In the same case of joint CDF, if you represent small fxy equals to del del x and del del y, so we can write it in this way, as you can see. So in the same way as you have represented the joint CDF, the joint PDF, we should represent it a small of x y in that term. So small f suffix xy of x comma y equals to del square del x del y, because two variables are there, that is f of xy of x comma y. It is a basic integration form like this. So if you are integrating it to plus infinity to minus infinity, both f of xy x comma y of dx dy, it must be equals to 1, because all must fall in that particular range of that space. That space summation must be equals to 1 for all sample point. Already I have told in the previous lecture. So the next point is joint PDF and marginal PDF. So already what is joint PDF I told you, and what is a marginal PDF, that in that range of minus infinity to plus infinity, if two points are being taken as x and y, okay, and the other side the value is minus infinity, it represented by epsilon and psi for that leaving range of y to psi, and that leaving range is x to epsilon. So x to epsilon and x y to psi, if you are integrating that function x and y, where epsilon and psi are both minus infinity. So obviously from a common term minus infinity, if you are merging ourselves towards x and y, those particular value on which f of xy of x comma y should have one finite value obviously. So that result of the integration is called that marginal PDF. Okay, so what is the definition of the marginal PDF? That marginal PDF is this, which is integrated in that range of y to psi and x to epsilon will have a specific value. So set the value of either x in a finite range, that is epsilon equals to minus infinity to x, other value is the infinite range of y, that is I equals to minus infinity to plus infinity. So what is the value of f of x infinity? That is equals to the first integral y we are just representing with plus infinity and psi equals to minus infinity. The second is remain unchanged. So what I want to mean here, we are just replacing instead of y, and the second part is remaining unchanged. So what is the value? That if it is minus infinity to plus infinity, so if you are putting that ddx, okay, so ddx of f of x psi, that is equals to what? Here f of xy of x comma psi, why? Because psi is ranging between infinity to minus infinity, so f of xy ranging x comma psi of d psi, that is equals to f of x. So it is a definition of x infinitive or x comma infinitive of x. On the other hand, we can see that this is a definition of that marginal PDF. So what is the definition of marginal PDF? Marginal PDF is a derivative of that CDF, that is a marginal CDF obviously, where f of xy instead we are taking f of x psi, and where psi is a infinite range minus infinity to plus infinity, as I have told you. So here the derivative should be changed only ddx, not ddy, because y is minus infinity to plus infinity. So here instead of del square del x del y, we should write as ddx. Why? Because one domain is already comes to the infinite. So what is the marginal PDF? The marginal PDF, one domain is ranging in that plus infinity to minus infinity, and other domain is ranging from minus infinity to x. In this way the marginal PDF can be described. Right? Now In the next part, this is called that conditional PDF. So in that case of conditional PDF, we can conclude in this way that in conditional PDF, if that random variable x is given, the other random variables of y can be expected as that conditional PDF of y. It means expect y when x known or expect x when y known. So I can write f of y, that is, instead of y we are writing f of y by x equals to f of xy divided by fx by x. So here that f of xy of x comma y, it is a cumulative or the joint CDF, and f of x, that is a monotonous CDF. So one single CDF and one joint CDF, if they are obviously taking in a ratio, so this is called that f of y upon x. It means it should not be told as f of y by x, it is told as f of y for y known x. When x is known expecting y, that is f of y by x. If you are writing that f of x by y, then instead of the same we should write that f of y upon x or y upon x known equals to this. If you are writing the reverse, so it should be, say, f of x by y. So what is this? That bottom figure will change only f of y only. Then this particular part will be changed as that conditional PDF of x then, and here the conditional PDF of y is given. So what is the property? Property is the same. It means that f of y by x obviously greater than equals to 0, and if you are taking that particular integral of minus infinity to plus infinity, so it is also on probabilistic distribution, the output is also 1. Now if x and y are statistically independent, so we can write that f of xy of x comma y is nothing but the mutual independent cases, so it can be written as f of x into f of y. So f of x into x, sorry, f of x and f of y divided by f of x by x. If you are doing this, so it will be coming as f of y. So if it is statistically independent, so obviously that ratio is obviously f of y for that marginal case, and if you are taking that f of y in that respect of y, if you are considering, so if it is f of x so conditional PDF of y is what? The marginal density function of y. So conditional PDF of y is a marginal density function of y if they are statistically independent, then only. If it is not independent, so something has to be calculated out. So here for that quantitative analysis of signals in that communication system, the term expectation or statistical average is used. So what is expectation? That is the statistical average. So in that case of statistical average, we can consider two terms. One is a mean, that is called the expectation, and another is a variance, which is called the central moment. Now for the discrete random variables, we can write mu of x equals to expectation of x. So expectation of x means that mean, that is E of x. It can be written as x of p. X equals to x. Here that p of capital X equals to small x, it is a PMF, that is a probability mass function for the discrete random variables. So I should write that x, p of x equals to x. It means p of x1, p of x2, like this. And taking the summation in that long range of x equals to x to xk. So obviously it is a weighted sum of all the possible outcomes. So you can write in this way. Now if you are coming to the continuous random variables, so there mu x equals to x of small fx. Here small fx and capital Fx, here that is a probability mass function. Why? Because the discrete cases and it is a continuous case, so we have to use a PDF. So just two changes are there to get that mu x in that continuous domain and that discrete domain. So call that center of gravity. I told in the last lecture class when you have presented that representation of that entire thing. So what is that name of that continuous and random variables at case of mu x? It is called the center of gravity, and generally it is called the expectation. So E of x. Okay. So here that concept I have cleared. When you are considering mu x for the continuous and the discrete random variables, I have to consider these cases. That is all for the today's lecture. See you in the next class of my 6th lecture on that random variables and the probability. Thank you all of you. See you all in my next class. Goodbye.